get going, huh? When the forces are unseen, apparently the largest set we have had so far is what we get. I think this is the largest anyway. There's 145 cards or something in this set, so it's a big one. Unseen Forces is a bit of a weird one. I do think there's a bunch of cool stuff in here, but I don't really pull most of it, I'll admit. It's kind of weird. Like, sometimes bad drafts happen, but there are a few decks which I did get, and a few that we were kind of looking into that would be worth noting here. There's a few abilities I really don't like in this one as well, but hey, it is the way of the game. The main thing we do have here that is weird is the unknowns here. These were their own reverse hollow slot thing. They were like a 1 in 5 in the packs, and I somehow only pulled 4 of them in 36, so, you know, kind of underpulled this, which was weird. All of them have the shuffle ability here, where they can swap out with a different unknown from your deck. So they have the same sort of thing as what the cast form do with each other, and what the Deoxys forms did with each other. They all have a different hidden power that does varying things here. Most of them are pretty bad, and I'm not really going to go over any of them in particular, partly because I just didn't actually get any of them that are worth anything, so there's not really any point in going over some of these. I don't think any of them are really too useful anyway. We have some of the attacks on these in different Pokemon and such, so we're not going to bother that way. What we will go over is some of the energy stuff here. So we do keep boost energy, which is good. Cyclone and warp energy come back here, so we may see these from time to time. Warp energy switches your active out when you attach it to it, and cyclone energy forces the opponent to switch. So there can be some good uses for these. And then trainer-wise, there's actually a bunch of cool stuff in here. Not all of them are great, but there's a lot of tool cards in this one. Most of them can only be attached to evolutions and like non-EXs and such, so there's a lot of restrictions on these things. We'll go over a couple, but I've already gone over them in the actual draft video, so we'll try and be brief here. Curse Powder is super strange. If the Pokemon is active and gets KO'd by damage, you put 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. 3 damage counters in this era is quite a lot, but there's a lot of crazy stipulations on that, so don't expect it to see play. Energy Root is a pretty interesting card. It gives you plus 20 HP, but you can't use Pokepowers or Pokebodies on the thing that you attach it to. There's an extra restriction on this one that you can't put it in on a Pokemon that has Dark or an owner in its name. So Dark Tyranitar, for example, cannot use this, which would have been a really good buff for it, so good that they kind of thought about that, I guess. Fluffy Berry is the same stipulation, but it is Floatstone. These can be attached to anything. They do not have to be attached to evolutions, so some basic Pokemon can take advantage of these as well. Yeah, just having 0 retreat and not having to get rid of it like you would for the Balloon Berry is pretty good. Mary's Request, only Pepper really has this one. It's draw 3 cards if you don't have a stage 2 in play. If you do, it's draw 1, so don't play it in a stage 2 deck, obviously. Draw 3 with no downsides is really good though, so if you are playing just a stage 1 or a basic focus deck, would have been good to have. We only have 1 copy, so a bit of a shame. Elm's Training Method comes back in here. This can search for EXs, so very good card, we'll see that today. Protective Orb cannot be attached to EXs and cannot be attached to basics, but it gives you no weakness, which is pretty good. Yeah, it's like 1.5 pot of greats. It's pretty strong. Yeah, no weakness on the Protective Orb is pretty useful for some decks that just get completely stopped by one type. You need to be able to tank with it a bit though, so that's that. Citrus Berry can't be put on Dark Pokemon or Owners cards, as well as non-EX, but it is 3 damage counter healing rather than 2, so we don't have Orion Berry, so we would have to use this as our thing there. Solid Rage, evolution that isn't an EX, you can put this on the Dark Pokemon. We may see this today, who knows. If you are behind on prizes, you do 20 more damage, and this does not go away like a Strength Charm would. So, strong card there, and then Warp Point gets a reprint too, which is quite nice. As far as the EXs go, there's a lot of them, and most of them are actually very useful. Blissey, when you evolve into it, is a Pokemon Center that you choose which Pokemon you affect this of. So When you put it down to evolve one of your Pokemon, discard all energy cards attached to any number of your Pokemon and remove all the damage counters that you have on those Pokemon. So you do not have to, it is selective, which means you can keep the energy if you have like one damaged thing that has energy but everything else doesn't. You can keep the energy on that damaged thing. Really cool. Espeon, probably going to see more use as we go deeper into the format. When you evolve, all the Evolution EXs have an evolve power just like the Blissey did. When you evolve into Espeon EX, you devolve one of the opponent's Pokemon, so you can score cheeky knockouts with that. Psyloop is also pretty good as well. If the opponent's got a Stadium in play, that's 90 damage for free energy, so there is that. For Alligator, nobody got, unfortunately, but if this is active, it stops the cards in play except the X's from using Pokepowers or Pokebodies, which is very strong. So that would be really neat. Not much else to say there. Ho-Oh, we might see this later on because it is a Pokemon Organized Play promo, so I might be able to trade into it. Rainbow Burn is 10 plus 20 for every basic energy type on here. Just gotta find a way of getting the energy on, but if you do get your Ho-Oh knocked out by attack damage, you can put energy from it to your other Pokemon, so you can maintain energy in play on your next Ho-Oh, which is quite nice. Lugia, we may see this later on, alongside the Steelix. If it's your active and gets damaged, you can bounce an energy back on the attacking Pokemon. Don't always want that actually, but really the main thing if this is the crazy Elemental Blast attack. Unlike the original Lugia, which had this sort of effect, this one's actually usable next set when we get Holon's Magneton and Electrode coming in, so we can have double Rainbow Energy basically on an EX. So keep an eye on it, it probably will come up. Meganium, this is what we're going to be playing today. This is the next-ish sort of stage of Blastoise. It is once per turn, but you can attach a Grass Energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon and heal 10 from that Pokemon as well. The actual attacks are fine, 3 colors for 50, 2 grass, 3 colors for 90, discard an energy and do poison, so it's effectively 100 for 5. You can use boost energy with both of these attacks, so it is actually a bit easier to power up than it looks. Politoed, this is a size thing, we'll maybe see it eventually, but that's not what he's playing today. 3 decent attacks. The main one that it was used for back in the day was Punch and Run, 40 and switch to the bench, which is kind of nice. Switch to a fossil card that doesn't give up prizes, but the other 2 attacks are really good as well. Snipe 30 or Snipe 50 for 2 energy if it's a stage 2 that you're sniping is pretty dangerous, and with your big 150 HP, Swallow Up will do 120 damage if you're like bigger than the opponent basically, which is really sweet. Scizor EX, maybe Matt will get this one off me eventually, we'll have to see. It's a very good card, but we're not really in the mood for trading stuff that way at the moment. If you have 60 or less HP remaining on this thing, it does 40 more damage, which is really good because you tank with Special Metal Energy as well as Steel Wing that cuts damage down by 20 next turn. And then Crosscut does 80 for free energy if it's an evolution it goes against. 120 with the ability, very, very powerful card. So we might see this played. Steelix, I'm the only one who has it right now, but I might be trading it to Leo if he gets something good next week. This is the Lugia Blastoise Steelix thing, basically. 2 fighting and 2 colors to discard 2 fighting and snipe 100 any way you want. Same attack as what the Blaziken EX had, but for fighting energy instead. This is a crazy bulky stage 1 though, so very, very powerful card. You just got to be able to charge it up, but that's what the Rainbow casting next set will be able to do. Typhlosion EX, this would be Pepper's thing if anything. I didn't get to trade my EX to him, but maybe next week we'll see it played. Who even knows? When you evolve into this thing, you count an opponent's bench Pokemon, and for each one of them you get a fire energy out your deck to one of your fire Pokemon, which is pretty damn strong to be honest. That's a lot of acceleration. Kindle is also fine, like 80 for 4, discarding energy on both Typhlosion and the opponent. If you're killing them, this is just 80 for 4, discarding energy, which is kind of bad, but there are cases where you're not, and this will actually be pretty strong. Tyranitar is another one from Pepper here. 4 different attacks on this thing. Functionally, you don't tend to see losing control quite as much, but it is still very, very strong. But really, this is the first time I think we see Derail, which is kind of important. 30 damage and discard the special energy. Lots and lots of special energy that we have in this set, so, you know, good stuff. And then Umbreon, if you evolve into this, you gust the opponent, force out one of their bench Pokemon, which is ridiculous. This is currently Psy's way of gusting, and Pepper's got one of these as well. We might try and snag this next week if we can pull enough evolutions, who knows. The attacks are fine, right? It's mostly about the ability, but if you put a Darkness energy on this thing, you do 70 for free on the stage 1 is pretty strong, so not really too bad. The star cards are terrible, we're not even going to go over those. Rocket's Persian, not really worth going over either, to be honest, because it is an EX, and it evolves some Rocket's Meowth, which is not super good. And then Celebi is like the worst EX of all time. 70 HP! Doesn't even do anything too relevant either. Would be fine if it was a non-EX, and that's about it. As far as the actual Pokemon go, Ampharos is cute, but not really too good, I don't think. It might be useful because of the metal resistance, and that's about it. If you have it on the bench, it's like the Expedition one, where you move basic energy from your bench Pokemon to your active, so that could be decent with Dragonite next set, which accelerates to the bench specifically, but its attack is Garbo, so not really too good there. Ariados with the Flareon EX next set would be very good, but that's a 1 per box thing on average, so good luck. 10 plus 30 for each special condition on the opponent. The Flareon will do 2 special conditions, so that'd be nice. Blossom, maybe we see this with the Delta one later on. If you have free Blossom in play, then you do 100 for free energy, which is kind of nice. It's very hard to set up though, so there is that. For Alligator, I think we're seeing today actually from Psy, it reduces damage by 10 when it's in the active, so very good against spread cards. Pull away means that the opponent can't ever have more than 4 cards in their hand going into their own turn, which is kind of crazy. And then Tonnage does more damage if you want to, but you do damage to yourself as well, so you need to be able to heal. Excuse me. Also, sneezing apparently is its special effect as well. Flareon, all of the evolutions in this set have the ability for one of their own colored energy to do 20 damage and accelerate an energy from somewhere. Flareon does it from the discard, Jolteon on a coin flip does it from the deck, Vaporeon does it from the hand, and then they all have the multi-X attack, where if they have 3 or more different types of basic energy on, they do 60 and a status condition. So Flareon is burn, maybe it does more damage with that if the opponent flips tails. Jolteon is Confusion, which maybe is the best one. The Vaporeon is Sleep, which is probably the weakest overall. We'd have to see. Fortress does a lot of damage, and then it kills itself, so rip. Houndoom is very, very annoying, actually. We might see Matt play this, because he is the only other one who pulled any, and he pulled 3 of it, so maybe he's playing that this week, I don't even know. If you have less Pokemon in play than the opponent, they can't play trainers except for supporters. So, god, disgusting effect on this thing. You don't usually attack with it, but yeah, it's very, very annoying. Meganium, we tried this and it didn't work, unfortunately. If it's your active, you heal 10 from all non-EX Pokemon in play, both yours and the opponent's, in between turns, and you put a bunch of damage counters on this thing to effectively do 100 for free energy, which is good, but it's just too frail in its own right. Octillery, Leo was trying to make this work, but I don't think he's going to go with it today in the end. It stops the opponent from retreating whilst it's active, which is pretty annoying, and it only does 30 for 2, but if you discard an energy over the course of 2 turns, it'll do 120 for that count, so could be decent. Psy was testing the Poliwrath stuff in the middle of the week here. This was actually kind of cool. The ability is garbage, but it has some pretty powerful hits depending on what type of deck the opponent is playing. The other Poliwrath from Fire Red Leaf Green also hits EXs for more damage, so you've got most of the good stuff covered at that point. So, does a bunch of damage in a good type, but it's dependent on the opponent, so whatever. Paragon 2, it returns tools to the hand. Could be kind of cool in some decks actually, but I don't think we have many of them right now. Scramble Energy makes this thing do 60 plus Confusion for 1 attach if you're behind on prizes though. That's pretty fun. Slowbro's got dual armor, as does the Macago that Matt was looking at here. If you have the other type of energy on them for their dual typing, then it gives them that secondary type. The problem is their damage output is garbage, so I don't really think it's worth it, unfortunately. 50 for free just doesn't do enough, so eh. Yeah, you can. Oh, his. Oh. Yeah, he would have to get the choice because it's his card, right? Yeah, speaking on the Typhlosion, since we are getting the confusion here, this was another one I was considering running here. As long as it's the active Pokemon, you put a damage counter on each active Pokemon between turns. So the idea would... Oh, I see what he's going for with it. Oh, that is a funky little combo. So yeah, he's just gone with the liability, which is the Wheezing thing, where you KO Wheezing, puts the opponent down to 10 HP, and then Typhlosion comes in and does the final bit of damage. That's pretty cool. I didn't actually think of doing that. As they're kind of discussing on the thing here, though, the Leo gets to choose when the Citrus Berry works, so he'll be able to heal before the Citrus Berry comes into play. But yeah, the idea behind the Typhlosion, it burns itself and the opponent, which is a bit counterintuitive, but its big attack is Rage. So it does 50 plus 10 for each damage counter that's on itself. So the more that it burns away, the more it does to the opponent, which is really cool. Also pretty aggressive in its own right. 20 for 1 energy plus auto sleep is pretty good. That's effectively 30 with its ability, and if the opponent stays asleep and they can't attack you, then you get to Rage next turn, and it's pretty strong, to be honest. Testing this in the middle of the week, and so long as you don't come up against water and that's the only attack you've got, pretty good. Moving on to the other stuff, Slowking is the other thing we were considering playing this week. This lets you search for a Pokemon tool once per turn, and its attack does 20 plus 10 for each Pokemon tool in the discard pile, up to 60 more. So 80 for 2 is really powerful actually, but you've got to do a fair bit of setup for it. So it might be just a little bit too hard with the lack of Dark Slowking that we have to make it work reliably, but it's still pretty neat. Here we have the Sudowoodo, where it copies the opponent's attack. You probably won't see this just now, but for LBS or something later on, where you have access to rainbow energies at pretty much any point, this will be a pretty interesting tech, because you can use it as a fighting type attacker for the setup. Then we have Sunflora, which I don't think anybody really pulled enough of. This is kind of Gorbis 2.0, except it doesn't count the opponent's cards as well. 20 plus 10 for each grass energy attached to all of your Pokemon, which is quite nice, but grass doesn't have good acceleration right now, other than the Meganium, which I don't think you're going to be playing Sunflora in a Meganium EX deck. Just doesn't seem too worth it. Otherwise, there's a neat-ish sort of gimmick in this set with stages of evolution here, where like Electabuzz, the Jinx, the Hitmons, they all, if you evolve through the baby Pokemon, so like the Elekid or the Smoochum, if you evolve through those, you get bonus effects on these things, where Electabuzz takes 40 less damage from something that's got a special energy attached to it. The problem is, with maybe Jinx as an exception, and this is only because you could double rainbow this second attack, all of the attacks are garbage. So, like, yeah, you do 20 more damage if you evolve into Hitmonlee, but then it's a 60 HP stage 1 that doesn't even do the same sort of damage as your regular stage 1 would do. So it's terrible. But the gimmick is kind of cool, and we will see this later on in a stronger form, I think. So, there is that. Only other cards I really want to go into here are the Eevee, where if you attach an energy to this thing, you can evolve it from the deck. The problem is this doesn't work with the EX evolutions because they specifically have to evolve from hand in order to get their effects, so it's not super good for them. Cleffer, shuffle draw 6. We will see a tiny bit of this today, because I do actually have a fair few of these, so we might see one of them today. The Apom is like Pyukumuku nowadays. You pitch it. Seriously though, you put this on the bottom of the deck after drawing a card, using its power, so that's kind of fun. It means it doesn't stop you decking out, but it gives you card draw that's not on a supporter. You could search it with like Great Ball or something, so could be quite nice. And then the Stantler is the other thing here, where you look at the opponent's hand for 2 energies and discard any trainer card that you find there, like 1 trainer card. So very, very irritating if you have the Houndoom as well. That's pretty much it though. I don't know what turned this thing around, but whatever. I actually have like 3 decks I was considering for today. And I think the one we're going to go with is the Meganium deck, because I think this is the most solid overall. But I do kind of quickly want to go over the others here. We did mention the Typhlosion already. The Rage Aura here is pretty good, like the Rage Burning Aura combo thing. We do have a bunch of Citrus Berries so we don't burn the cells out too quickly. I think you should probably play a 3-2 split here. Energy Root is interesting for Typhlosion because it makes it 130 HP and turns off the Burning Aura, so you don't actually kill yourself in the end. So this can make it actually surprisingly hard to take out, because you never want to just do a little bit of damage to this, you need to do all the damage. So this is a pretty cool idea. We do also have the Slowking up here. I pulled 1 Dark Slowking and I managed to trade for the 2 Slowking regular that's in this in the pool here. So a very straightforward deck, just attacking for like 80 to 100 damage with these guys, and there's a ton of tools that you can play for it. Experience All is really good to keep your energy in play. Lots of Pokemon Retrievers so that you can get the stuff back. This Slowpoke does Confusion Waves, so if you go first, you can stop the opponent from guaranteeing a Call for Family type attack. And then there's like 3 Cleffer because you shuffle draw 6, so pretty cool there. I'm not super sold on this being like the refined version of this deck, but it's pretty straightforward, pretty aggressive at the very least. But we're going to try playing with EXs today, because that hasn't been a thing that has happened very often. So we have ourselves the Meganium EX, but we're also using Fire Red Leaf Green's Wigglytuff EX, because we want to fill our bench up quite a lot anyway. So this just does 80 damage for either boost energy or free regular energy that we can accelerate with the Wigglytuff. And then we also have the Deoxys EX here, because for 1 Psychic and a couple of accelerated grass energy, we can deal with any opposing Pokemon that has a lot of energy attached to it. Discard 2 energy on this, do 50 plus 20 for each energy that the opponent has on them, averaging at 110 damage in the attacks that you're going to deal with it. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We have a lot of 2 prizes, so we are probably going to go behind on prizes when we get knocked out at all. So a couple of hand extension is pretty good in here, and admin can force the opponent down to low hand sizes. Otherwise, we've got a ton of the Jirachi so that we can evolve our Pokemon up. We've got the 1 copy of the Wishing Star Jirachi that I have, and the 1 Cleffer to shuffle draw 6. So there we go. Alright, let's see what this question is. So, if a Pokemon has 30 damage on it, has 50 HP, is poisoned and burned, but has a Gold Berry on it, will the Gold Berry... Blah, 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 blah. Yes, you can save it with a Gold Berry. If you read the rulebook in order what happens between turns, it also states that attached tool can be used at any time between turns, so you'd let the poison go. Yeah, because you get to choose what order the status conditions happen in, so you can choose to do poison first, make it 40 HP, heal with the Gold Berry, and then the burn happens. So, yeah, I do agree with that. Right, let's see what's going on in here then.
Okay, but if it does tails, it just does 40.
Smog screen. If
Alrighty
they
then.
try to attack, flip a coin. If tails that attack does nothing.
What?
Read the card!
Where does it say if tails attack does nothing?
Log screen. It's a standard attack effect.
Oh, you're talking about smog screen. I thought you were talking about my rock smash. I was like, what are you talking about? Because I have to flip to attack for rock smash.
Correct.
Oh, I don't have to flip to attack.
Okay, so
I just have to flip.
you got the attack goes off, now you flip for damage.
Anyway. So
Okay.
there's some interesting conversations going on by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an argument over who got to choose when citrus berry triggers between turns, because it matters for burning aura.
Yep.
There was liability into burning aura, but there was a citrus berry involved.
I will admit, I did not actually consider pairing the Typhlosion with liability. That was maybe my bad on it, but then I feel like this thing already gives up too many prizes anyway, so I
It's
don't
like
know.
acid liability, but red.
Cool
so it's
idea,
a bit more
though.
awkward.
Yeah,
Mhm.
cool idea. Right, anyway, do you want to have a go, Pepper? Since I did play Sai during the week, and this is probably not a good matchup for him
Oh,
anyway.
Sure. I'll jump to a room.
Sure.
You just say your turn now?
Stupid shit.
Alrighty. Yeah, no, this is probably not a good matchup for Sai anyway, because I think well, I mean, it could be, but like we played this one a bit before, so
It was I made it in a half an hour at most type deck.
I understand. Yeah. Alright, what would we like?
Heads. It was either this or the deck never happens, so
Alright,
go
well,
first.
you'll go first, okay.
I have base.
I do not see my hand. What have I did? What do I need to hit? Is it like H or something? There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, H.
I don't know what happened in the middle of the stuff there. Maybe I was trying to type for the thingy, but oh well. Unfortunately, do not have a basic in this hand, so
Okay, psychic and grab. Okay.
yeah. This is why I'm like, this is not a good matchup for size deck in most ways. Yeah. Okay. Well, we have something this time.
This
So.
deck is weak to yellow, so it's not that bad.
The weakness is not the problem here.
Ratchi
Alright, go for it.
Ratchi.
Okay. Well, what can we do for our opening turn here? We can tap. You need to number down. Yeah, number down first. You might just sigh a lot. God damn it, Pika. No, it's interesting, but I think it's a pretty heavily losing matchup, to be honest. If because not,
To the bench.
it's funny because it isn't because of the weakness, but you're about to see why this is probably not a good matchup for you either. If there's no surprises on this one.
Pass.
Yep. Flip for the sleep. Okay. Yep, because it does matter. Alright, we will draw. Yeah, we'll also tap first here, I think.
Can you tell I got a different scan off of PokemonCards.com?
Okay, this is pretty reasonable because I can Great Ball here, so that's pretty respectable. Assuming I can pick the deck up. Yeah, massive ping spike for a sec there, jeez. It's probably on my end because I think I did just drop frames there as well, briefly. Don't know what's up with that, but oh well. Okay. We will grab green.
Chikorita.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look through the rest of this real quick just so I know exactly what's here. Looks pretty okay to start with. I'm gonna go down and find a lot of misery probably, but the initial bit looks alright. Yeah, one thing missing that could be a problem, but probably won't be. Okay. Right, so yeah, this is the reason why I think it would be a problem for him, because this entire line has that big blue symbol in the bottom of the bottom middle bit. Yeah. Right, we're gonna put a frontier down, and I'm going to admin. Gonna draw.
Oh no, that's an improvement.
Alright, go ahead. Yeah, it's kind of interesting thinking whether or not it's actually like a good or a bad thing to do the admin stuff, but sometimes you kind of just gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Great ball.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some answer to green.
Yeah, that could be that'll make it interesting at the very least. We'll see if that ends up being enough by the time we're done, but it could make it interesting. Yeah, I mean, you're obviously going to have Makago in a deck that uses Wolverine.
Demons for 2.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't really say Jirachi's a reliable answer to it because Meganium can just swipe it for a one-shot, so it takes a while. It takes a bit of energy, but it can one-shot it, so...
Can be out of Wolverine.
That's pretty good.
Attempt to crush draw.
Ooh.
Patch. Pass.
Okay. Alright. See what we can do. Not great. We're gonna tap here. Yeah, I guess that'll do. Another great ball. So this is going to grab the other Jirachi. So we'll do that. Throw down Psychic. To discard while I think about it. Play the most thematic switch in the world to switch. Yeah, I mean it's a really good one. Just thinking if I want to do anything else. No, I think we'll just do the Wishmake here.
Okay. 3 turns. Wake up. Do.
Right. Yeah, sorry, a little bit of lag going on in my end with stuff as well. So we'll get that and see what we got.
I'm getting enough of a nap.
Mm-hmm. A 0.7 meter slug will put a big hole in a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, he is a chunky boy. Don't see the data on these ones at this point, but he's still chunky.
Bush draw.
Fluff. It's a good card, but not one that you can use right now. So. Stephen, Barney, Celia. Makes sense.
Water. Play Fluffy now for admin insurance.
Yep.
And pass.
Wow. Very heavily waking up on the stuff there. I see.
The trick is to give your Jirachi an extra large espresso before every match.
Yeah, seems to be. Yeah, you got me. I'm gonna be a Seeker the admin. It's the only supporter I have in my discard, so we're gonna just get the admin here. Yeah.
Give me a support.
I suppose I should probably actually bring it out, but you know what I mean. Draw the 6. That's interesting. I guess now I would have a choice. Yeah, let's put Jigglypuff down. So just like you have insurance against green, I have insurance against red as well. Not like weakness insurance, but hit you really hard insurance. Yeah, we're gonna evolve and just thinking which one we want to do. I guess it would probably make sense to do Meganium. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably the most sensible one to pull here. So that can go on, and it will be your turn.
Still pump same name Tira, can't we?
You can, yeah. That stops next set, I believe.
Yeah. Or 2.
Yeah.
Demons for 4.
Yep. Yeah, I was sort of worried about that, putting the Jigglypuff down, but I don't think it's too bad here.
Great Ball.
Yep. I mean, I do kind of need a lot of Pokemon down if I'm going to use Wigglytuff, right? So...
Search top 5.
That's the wrong way around. See, I figured E would be the one I'd need to press to rotate it the right way around on your side, because it's the opposite thing, right? Because I'd have thought Q would be left and E would be right, but that's not the way it moved, so I don't know. I think I just got confused.
Attempt to crush draw.
Oh, you got it. Alright.
Admin insurance.
That's
Steam
fair.
whole thing, but I've got to play around admin as well.
Yeah, it's one or the other, isn't it?
Pass from there.
Okay, you want to flip just in case? Okay. Alright, we'll draw.
I do resist green, so you do have to work a bit harder to kill this.
Nah, not really.
I mean, you need to use the boost. I call that working hard.
Oh, did it do the white box thing for you there, or
Yeah,
you
it's
just...
the first time it's loaded. That's
Yeah.
why I'll have to
It's interesting.
get cleared by cache.
Yeah. Okay, where do we go from here? I think I might want to use Elm this turn, actually. To use our brand new ability to go ahead and grab Wigglytuff straight out of the deck. Feels good. I don't think I'm gonna actually evolve it this turn, no. Looking at this, it's just like admin is a thing, but like, do I need to evolve it right now? I mean, I guess I probably could. I just need to get into like a grass energy or something as well. Where are we at in terms of hand? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to dump 2 cards to do another Steven here. Yeah, I suppose I probably will just evolve it. I think, like, I want to save it, but I think it probably makes too much sense to evolve it here. We'll just take the knockout. We'll go for the power poison here. Discard the boost for the effect of the attack, and
We'll see, so it's a safe promote.
yeah, because you got Floppy Berry on it. So, yep. Yeah, I was kind of looking at it going, yeah, if I poison you, you can't use the attack anyway. And it's like, oh wait, but poisoning you just kills you anyway, right? Because the attack is too strong. So, yep. Yeah. That's what I thought you'd have another one.
Okay.
Alright, let the legal cheating commence. Except this time, I guess it's just getting energy, which is still good.
I'm just cheating my attaches.
Yeah.
Move over. Push draw.
I wonder what it could have been, yeah. Totally shocked. Fibs?
Candy.
That's a surprise, isn't it? You've managed to fill your bench before I have.
Sheer cold.
Yep.
20.
Can attack, okay. Right, we'll draw. Yeah, we'll play Great Ball. Should be able to go and get another Chico. Seems pretty alright. So we'll do, obviously benching that. TV reporter. Draw the 3. Discard the frontier. Meganium ability to attach and heal 10. That's where this matchup becomes like kind of bad. It's because I could just kind of do that. And we will raise the leaf for 50.
Okay.
Was that your final? I didn't discard space.
Evolve Walrein, evolve Helio.
Yep.
That's attempt to crush draw.
Ooh.
Pop,
Okay.
move over. Attempt to crush draw.
I would have never seen that coming.
Void Rage. Fluffy Berry Retreat.
Huh. Yeah, okay.
Hit for 140.
Yeah, I guess bullshit works. Sure. Okay, well, that kind of throws a wrench in things. Huh. Alright, let's see what we can do then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're gonna Steven draw 6. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Alright. Throw down Bayleaf. We'll throw Plusle, and let's see. Yeah, we should probably also bounce the stadium just so I can get that out of hand as well. Put on you, and trying to remember what's even in deck with the stuff here. Yeah, let's put Chico down. Boost energy, swing for 80. Take the river to turn knockout here. Do the wave.
Fluffy.
Yep.
Cargo. Fall into a Walrein.
Yep.
Fire. Cargo. Attempt to crush draw. Field.
Okay.
Move over. Attempt to crush draw. An energy. If that's a
You gonna do it again?
attempt to crush draw. Damage map keep KOing me. Damage boost of your own. Safe to go for the sheer cold.
Okay. Can't attack with a Wiggly. That's a nuisance. Alright. It's a pain because I would have actually been able to do it this turn as well. No matter. Right. Meganium. Use the Nurture and Heal, so we'll eventually, if this will actually let me do anything. Maybe Matt was doing something. Oh, it was like trying to load on him. Right, so we have a grass to attach there to heal the 10. Mr. Stone's Project. To take 2 from our discard. So you can go in. And then we will manually retreat, because this thing's got a 1 retreat cost for some reason. Which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So do that. Probably just manual attach to the Wigglytuff here, and I guess we'll be ending the turn with the tap here. Just, I guess we need to see what we get first. Couple of good options out of that. That one's probably the best. Alright, flip for the thing. Okay, still asleep, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I got straight because DNA responded to the rulings question.
Oh,
That was a completely different answer. You don't check for KOs until after everything resolves, so it literally does not matter.
Oh. Well, that's cute.
Push draw. Battle Frontier. Don't want you. Move over. Attempt to crush draw. Fire energy. Attempt to crush draw.
Right, okay. I didn't quite see exactly what it was beforehand, so I wanted to just double check. Since it goes back on top of the deck.
Fair enough.
I mistook it for admin basically when I was seeing it just briefly, because I just didn't see fully what it was. I'm zoomed a decent bit out so I can actually see all your side when we're on your turn. So when it's shown for about half a second like that, it's going to sometimes slip when it's a complicated looking card.
Yeah. Sheer cold.
Sure. Alright, can't attack with Jirachi. I mean, oh no, what am I going to do here?
Yeah, copied something that wasn't what I meant to copy.
Yeah, I think you copied Jirachi or something, huh?
No, I did.
Huh.
Copied 50.
Right, you just put it the complete wrong way around on my side because of that. Right, okay. Let's see what we can do. Alright, let's go ahead and tap here, I think. Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't put the stuff back from last time, did I? Oh, shit. Okay, so I still have it in hand. I drew Elm for turn, so I really should shuffle draw first. I just saw the cards on the other side go, wait a minute, why are they not back on top of the deck? That explains why I was at 14 cards in deck. That makes a lot more sense. Because I didn't think I'd burn through that quickly. Alright, now we're going to tap. I'm still going to do the same thing. Okay. I think we just take that. Right, okay. Let's see. I think... Where are we at in terms of the discard? Slightly too much, huh? I think we are going to Meganium ability here. And we will VS Seeker for Mr. Stone's project here. So we can grab the other two grass out the discard. Turns out card's pretty good. It's quite nice. Let's attach one to Meganium here because I do need to get that set up at some point soon. And leave it at that. Go ahead. Okay. Don't think that actually matters, but you never know.
Move over.
Mm-hmm.
Sheer cold KO.
Sure. In with you. Right, let's kinda wish I didn't have to do that one, so I suppose we'll try and not. Let's TV reporter here. Draw the free. Too bad. Discard Elm here. I'm gonna have to bench Jirachi. It's not too keen on. I'd have liked another Jigglypuff or whatever. Power up the Makago. We will use Meganium's ability just to get an extra 10 damage off of this thing. And we will hit you for 80 because Do the Wave is my bench, not yours. So, none of that bullshit. Get it out of here. I think I underestimated how important this healing was.
Play Rachi.
Mm-hmm.
Attach to Walrein.
Sounds good.
Fluffy out.
Mm-hmm.
Tappity.
Seems good.
Reaver.
Yep. Can't imagine why that's getting picked up. Hey, Simsmage.
What point?
Sure. Um... Might be a bit risky, but... Gets back with food, gets atted about citrus berry. Perhaps not how I was planning to spend my lunch break. Yeah, I can imagine. Not my idea.
Might end up red. What? What? Take KO.
Yep. Oh, again, not what I was trying to do, but that's fine. Alright. We'll go in. Take the drawer. Attach one. Pile the damaged Wolverine. Do I even play that one? Ah, that's annoying, because this could end up being really bad. Yeah, I think I've got to commit to it. We'll bench Darachi and admin. Like, this seems like a pretty reasonable time to do that. And then we will also take KO with our Do the Wave for the 80. Jesus Christ, these prizes were awful this game. I'm seeing the full extent of it now and I'm just going, holy shit, dude. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but I was looking at that Milotic potential going, if I don't take that KO now on a thing that's got a lot of energy on it, you're probably just going to heal it and I'm going to be sad. You know? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Pass.
Okay. What does that tell me here? Let's go... Can I... Yeah, that's probably reasonable. Let's go Steven for 5 here. This game isn't going to be going for too much longer anyway, by the looks of it, so I think deck size is not my biggest concern here. I'm going to sort my discard real
I
quick.
think I messed up somewhere in this end game.
Maybe.
If I wait for 2 good from my load to get something. Because I have no idea how to navigate these games with such heavy combat mechanics.
It's weird, isn't it? Okay, let's go for Retriever here for the Chikorita line. I mean, I've got one Chico there. I should probably get the... I don't think it's going to matter, but I think getting the Jirachi makes more sense here, because at least it's slightly harder to KO. Both of them are fire weak, so it doesn't really matter that way. We'll bounce the stadium again, because we can. There is currently no world I know of, at least, that you would be able to take the knockout on this, even if you do have another solid rage, because it is at 80 HP remaining. So, I think I'm good on that front. Let's go. Apparently get sub going here. SOS, Mr. Sauceman. Hello. Thank you for the sub for that there. Much appreciated. We will go for just manual attach the grass to the Meganium here, and sure, I suppose we will just hit the knockout with the Wigglytuff. God, that really was my price set in this game, wasn't it? Good fucking god. Yeah, we can. This is the this is the last format where we can do it, but we can. Yep, big fat Steven for 6. Make it count. The sad thing is, I have a feeling I still lose this, but we'll see. Oh, sorry, at the very least I can see a way where I lose this, which is more than I would like in this situation.
Yep.
Starts with that, yep. Mm-hmm.
Sheer cold.
Okay. Can attack with the Wigglytuff. That seems very unwise, however. We'll draw. Let's see how Warp Point goes. Yeah, I think that's your only real choice here. Likewise, as annoying as it is, I think that's my only choice in this situation. TV reporter. And dump the Cleffer. Go with Bayleaf. Yeah, there's no way that's getting out of range anyway. So do I need to do that anyhow? Goes in one, and doesn't matter. Okay, so then what do we do otherwise? Let's put... I suppose a Psychic down on this here, and we'll just hit for 50.
Okay. How?
Yeah, that was the
Right.
way. Yeah, GG. I figured you probably would have it, but that's why I was like, yeah, I prized 5 energy and Deoxys.
Ugh. I priced like 3 energy.
There is no way I should have ever been in
And a
this game.
cargo.
There is absolutely no way I should have ever even been in this game. Although, to be fair, there's no way I should have lost it either. So, you know, Solid Rage plus the, like, 140 is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I priced 5 energy and Deoxys. Like, what was I even ever going to do in this?
That's rough. That's rough.
Well, I mean, it's a probably... If I look at this matchup objectively, this is probably no less than about 80-20 in my favor, to be honest.
I've been playing with this deck. I don't think it's good.
Yeah. I can understand that. Like, I don't think there is any realistic way I should have lost that, but it is what it is.
Something quick.
Yeah, nothing I can really do about that, though, to be honest. Did everything that I possibly could have in that one, but again, when you prize 5 of your 14 energy, it's just like, nothing really going. Still, it was kind of funny going knockout, take grass energy, knockout, take grass energy, knockout, take grass energy 4 times in a row, and I'm just like, really? Actually, yeah, it was 4, and then boost energy was the 5th one. Just, I needed the Deoxys. There's the other bit with it there, because, yeah, Deoxys can't one-shot the Wolverine, but it survives 2 hits from everything you've got. Sounds like the 1 solid rage I'd already gotten rid of. Well, you got 2, but...
Yeah, I run 2, because the actual point of solid rage is it's built to 2-hit KO 120s.
Yeah.
In fact, it also helps cover Meganium, it's just a nice bonus.
Yeah, although, again, it shouldn't have, really. That's the weird bit with it. But, yeah, I couldn't establish stuff fast enough because it just didn't draw shit. Tis all good.
Looks like those 2 are finished as well, so shall we jump in?
Yeah, might as well.
So then, Sly, did you want to play?
Pretty cold on my deck this week. I kind of expected it, but...
Yeah, it seems to be hot and cold, doesn't it? Oh ho.
Who wants to play next? I think Leo said he's gonna deck build.
Yeah.
I'm fine taking a game off if you want to play, Cal.
Well, we might as well.
I'll let you guys Tyron.
I have a feeling, based on the little bit that I've seen, that this is going to be a very weird game, probably not particularly good, but we will try.
Probably an hour long.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Am I playing Cal then?
Yeah, by the sounds of it.
Okay. And I think Leo was saying he was going to deck build.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that might be a bit of
You
building.
already said
I
that.
understood.
I'll observe.
Literally deck building right now.
So, like, Pepper and Sai could play?
They've
Or-
already
already
played,
played,
yeah.
We had a really good game earlier.
Did you guys both already play Cal?
What's our?
Did you guys already play Cal as well?
I
Oh
just
no,
played
Cal was
Cal.
doing his thing.
I played Pepper, and I've already played against Sai's deck in the last week sort of testing, with the one I'm playing at the moment, if I remember rightly, so it wouldn't be a particularly
You
good
played against
matchup.
both, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a particularly good matchup for Sai anyway, looking at the one he's brought. Likewise, I'm not actually convinced this is a good matchup for me, but we will see. Right, I'm going to shift into a different voice for him now, because too much background at the moment. Right, so for what I believe is the last time, because I think Delta Species changes the rules on this again, what would you like?
Heads. How does it change?
We don't get the choice anymore. So
Oh, really?
you get to choose who goes first this time, but we're not going to get that choice from... I don't remember exactly when the coin flip happens either, if it's like after everybody's set up again, I'll have to see. Alright, see what we can do then.
That's interesting. Because I guess it
Right.
at some point changes back. Because
In Gen 6, yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it is that kind of late. Right, so... not sure...
So I've gotten a weird amount of mulligans on this deck. I have
Yeah...
decent basic count.
Well,
Maybe a little bit.
you are pretty much going to just get to go ahead here, I think, because there's not really anything I can do with this hand, so go for it.
Wow, mine's also...
Believe if you don't choose, it happens right before you flip everything face up. Yeah, so like it did in the old days, then, yeah.
Hit the wishing star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell we've already been using that power because the cut's on the right number.
Yeah. That's kind of perfect. I'll grab Copycat.
Sure. Yeah, we have 7, so...
Let's see. I saw Wigglytuff. I saw Meganium. I think I saw you playing Battle Frontier, so I'm gonna play Battle Frontier.
Sure.
And then we'll Copycat this.
That stays in play. I'm sorry, but it is important.
Oh yeah. Got coughing. Got
Yep.
coughing.
Yeah, this matchup is pretty much unwinnable for me, if I'm being totally honest with you, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll go fire to coughing, and then I believe that's the pass. Yeah.
Okay. And like, the big reason this is pretty much unwinnable is the simple, straightforward fact of A, you've got fire, but B, I'm EXs against Wheezing, and that's exactly where it needs to be, so I have 0 chance of winning this game.
I was gonna say.
To the
I
point
saw your
where...
deck and I was like, oh, that's a really good matchup
Yeah,
for me.
to the point where I don't even want to play, but I'm going to anyway.
Yeah.
Right, we're
We can
going to
make
get
it.
Bayleaf down. We're going to attach. No, it will not do damage. You are resistant to grass.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's like actually nothing I can do. Is there even a point in playing this game actually? Like, I don't want to be down. I don't want to be a downer on it, but this is like no point in playing the game, right?
I don't know. It would be exceptionally difficult. It's up to you.
No, there's no point because I don't have anything that isn't an EX that can attack. So There's actually just no point in playing. I have a perfectly playable hand going this way, but there's just no point in actually playing because there's nothing I can possibly do against a weakness and a take 2 prizes with each attack, you know?
Yeah. I was gonna be bricked up, but
It doesn't really matter because you still have this. I mean, if you could flip to
Yeah.
the sleep if you want, because this is auto sleep, just to see. Yeah, so you'd
Yeah.
have been able to get it anyway, so there's no real reason.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, I'm pretty bricked up as well, unless I admin, to be honest. I'm play
Mm-hmm.
stone, so I can search out energy, but that's all I can really do, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty bricked up as well. Yeah, I don't want... I hate doing that, but at the same time, it's like, there actually isn't any way to win that matchup. Like, it is...
you
It
shouldn't.
it is actually, as much as we hate saying, like, auto wins and 100 zeros and stuff, I think if there is any game which is a 100-0, it is this one. Because you have actually the complete perfect thing that just beats everything that happens here.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a couple of other decks I can play, obviously, you know, the primary deck type thing off it. I do have a couple others I can use, but I don't know if we even want to go down that sort of route or not.
It's up to you. That, or we can switch partners. Like, I haven't played Pepper yet. I guess I haven't played Pepper or Sai for that matter.
Yeah. I mean, it would... It's, funnily enough, one of the decks I was looking at here was Typhlosion, but it was completely different from the sort of way you were doing it, which is interesting. Because I didn't even consider the wheezing, if I'm being honest. But then again, I think that's because the Typhlosion burns itself anyway, so it's like, that's already giving up a lot of prizes, so I didn't really consider that to be the way forward, but it is amusing, if nothing else. But I do think there is one which would be worth trying here. I don't think it's good enough because draft, but I do think it'd be worth having a go at because I've been looking to try and do this for a while, and see if this actually helps. I don't know what I'd say with the match on this one because I think this could equally be... it's a lot more neutral, but at the same time, I don't know. Depends how badly Weezing hates getting killed. What am I getting lag spiked on here? Who's loading up like
I have no
5,000 cards? It's like I can't move right now because something's being loaded.
Yeah.
It's probably... I mean, Leo was debt building, right? So it's probably that. Yeah, no, I hate being a downer on that, and I am sorry with it, but I'm just looking at the way that's going. It's like, yeah, there is absolutely no hope here. Maybe if I wasn't weak to fire, then sure, but,
Yeah.
you know, we'll move that out for later.
That's
Right, so, let's try this
They're
again.
less
then.
fun, but we still take those. We take those W's.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. There really wasn't anything that I could build from this set, if I'm being honest. I had to scrape like tooth and nail to get anything out of this one. So I'm hoping the next set I can get something coherent and actually just build like at least one decent deck out of it, because there's so many potential good ones. Right.
I agree. This is another pretty boring set for me.
Yeah, like you got Houndoom and basically nothing else, right? So, you know, we were both in that sort of boat. I got a lot of EXs, but I got like one of everything. So, you know, what the hell am I supposed to do with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do we want then?
Heads.
Alright, well, you know what? You're still gonna get you going second anyway, I think, because I just kind of feel like that's gonna be the play here. Okay. Sure, this is acceptable.
What do we think?
You really do mulligan a lot more than I would have expected with that, huh? Oh, Energy Root is really cute. I noticed this for Typhlosion as well. It's like if you don't want to burn the Typhlosion away, it's a 130 HP thing that's got a very good rage. Very nice thing on that.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Right.
neat.
Okay. We will draw...
Wow. That's lucky.
Okay. Good luck. Yeah, I kind of had to look at this, and this is actually the ideal thing for this. I wanted to use the Amnesia one, but that's in Team Magma Aqua, so it rotated. As a result, I have to use this thing, but this thing's actually going to be kind of okay here, because Confusion Wave just auto-confuses both itself and the opponent, and Jirachi can't use its ability if it's confused, so
Seems good to me.
Yeah, there's the other
Recall.
cute thing I guess you can do with it, isn't it? Is that you can put the coughing or the wheezing on like 20 HP left or something, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
it puts-
that's really why I play it. I haven't used
Yeah.
it on Typhlosion yet, but I can see that could be a thing.
Yeah, so I'll bring it out afterwards because it's in the purple thing, but my quote-unquote pure Typhlosion build, I've got like currently 4 Citrus Berry, 1 Energy Root. I need to do a 3-2 split, I think. But like Citrus Berry is really good for manipulating the math on the Typhlosion as well, right? But the Energy Root I found was actually extremely helpful. So I think I need to switch that around a little bit. Still
Gotcha.
playing the Oak. It's interesting. It is a good general card, you know.
Yeah, it's fine. I like it at 1 of.
That's fair. I've been playing admins instead of Oaks, to be honest, when I had the choice, because I like a high admin count, to be honest. Yeah, it can be annoying to play them early game, but the disruption is just so strong, and often I do set up behind stuff that like eats a lot of prizes, so...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's there, and just pass.
Okay, we will draw. Let's go TV reporter. Draw the 3. Where do we go from there? I don't think I'm going to be behind for now, so we're going to discard Solid Rage here. We're going to flip this guy around because I do have Dark Slow King to go with. So I'm going to use the Cunning power here as well. Look at the top card of your deck, and then I can do it with Shift and Hold actually, but I do it with that as well.
I wasn't sure if that would look at the bottom card of my deck or the bottom of the top card.
Well, I'm going to make you shuffle this one, so I'm going to check actually.
Okay.
You may be right. Yeah, we're shuffling that anyway, so... Yeah, you may be right, because that was a different card that showed up there, so... Interesting. Yeah, it's kind of weird, actually. I don't know. Right, we're going to put a Psychic down. We're going to put a Strength Charm down. And we will use the Litter attack. I will discard 1, which is going to be Experience All, to do 50 plus the 10 with the Strength Charm to score a knockout. And just to be awkward, I'm going to draw for the middle of my prizes. Just to be a contrarian. Alright, what's coming in then?
Simba.
Mm-hmm.
Master Ball.
Yeah, this is a card I've kind of wanted to play but haven't had the Pokemon counts for, and then any deck that has had the Pokemon counts I've not had the need to, because it's just like I can't fit it in compared to like the other consistency stuff I want. I feel like the supporters aren't really strong enough for me in this format to justify playing it that much, but that might just be me. Yep. Oh no, I can't use my power anymore. What am I gonna do? My totally essential power that I need for this deck, right? I mean, it is good, don't get me wrong, but you were gonna draw an admin, that's why I shuffled it back. I was like, I probably don't want you having that right now.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go Wheezing, Root, Guava,
Yikes.
and
Yep.
then we'll smoke Screen.
Yeah, that puts it at 90, so, yow, okay. Well, that's kind of annoying.
That's the idea.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There's a lot of super annoying stuff in this deck.
Yeah!
Smoke Screen and Smog Screen both.
Uh-huh. The fact that this is weak to grass too is kind of hilarious in this setup, right? Because it's the wheezing actually. The wheezing actually hits for weakness back, which is very funny.
Yeah,
Am I just dead here? I might be. I've got to really think about how I actually want to do this to not die, which is surprising. Unfortunately, that thing's an effect on me, not on you, but I think I still need to do the flip for him anyway. We're going to Cyclone Energy here to force you to swap out. Yeah, gotta take the slightly conservative play of Celio here so I don't just immediately fold.
Yep.
Because that would be very, very sad right now. Luckily, if I flip the smokescreen, like, wrong, I don't have to, oh dear god, what the hell is up with these prizes? How do I manage to prize so badly in, like, every game I play? This is ridiculous. What the hell? Okay. Now I understand why there are some issues with the way this is set right now. Fuck. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get a Slowpoke. Yeah, I actually have to play this one because I only have 3 of the other one. But it's kind of good in its own right. Like, you get a Pokemon or an energy, basic energy when you discard power back for 1, so it's kind of nice. And yeah, we're gonna flip for the attack. And don't get it. So there you go.
Alright.
This thing's got a 1 retreat, so I mean, at least you'd have to pay retreat to get back to Quilava.
Cool. Wow. Decisions. Double rainbow. Celia.
Yeah, so I'm getting chastised over that, like, Strength Charm adding 10 instead of discarding it to do the 30-bit there, because it literally didn't matter with the Jirachi, so, you know, I was like, yeah, I don't care, I'm just doing
That's funny, I didn't think about that.
Nah, it's all good. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it that way anyway, because the result's still the same, you know?
Yeah.
Just noticing that, I'm like, yeah, who cares?
Celia first. 4 in hand. We'll have to flip again, which is nice.
True.
I'm gonna admin.
Yep, fair enough.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep. Smog screen.
Right, so that's going to do 20, and then 10 for the poison as well, right? Yeah. Okay. Right, we will draw then. Okay, so I can do some stuff here. We are going to put this Slowking down. Also weak to grass, which is sort of somewhat annoying, but you know. It is what it is. We can deal with it. Thinking I think I need to put one more thing down here, so we are going to put Jirachi in. This guy is not stopped by Battle Frontier, so we're going to use the item search and get a tool out of our deck. This is why I was like, this should be good. I think I needed a second one of these, though. Really, is the problem. We just didn't pull any of it. I had the only one, so it's been unfortunate to say the least. We're gonna get Experience All, because that does seem like quite a good tool to attach to this guy down here. So at least I can keep an energy, since you'll have to damage me and kill me to get the knockout next turn. Otherwise, Poison's not gonna get it because this guy's got too much HP. So there is that at the very least. It's not going to force you to switch because it's been attached to the bench. I'm going to put Cyclone Energy down to just have an attachment at least on this thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no reason not to do this. We'll bench Cleffer and Birch draw 4.
Mhm.
Okay. Sure. Let's go for the flip then. Alright, we get it. I'm going to discard an experience all so I can do 100 with weakness here.
Nice.
Oh, and Leo's disconnected.
6.
Yes, I'm assuming I'm dying this turn anyway, so it's like I'm just kind of like whatever. Yeah, so if you KO me by damage, then I move an energy to this thing and discard the experience all. Which normally is not great. Like, you want experience share to stay, but it's good for this deck because this guy does more damage for the tools that are in the discard. So
Yeah.
that's like the entire synergy point here. Is like if I use this guy to discard the stuff, then yep. So we're gonna get the coughing back. Okay.
Yeah. Um. Interesting. Interesting. So you have how many tools in here now?
I think is it like 3 at the moment? Because
4 plus
4.
this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I
5,
discarded. Yeah, I discarded effectively 2 the first time round with the rage and the thingy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it caps out at 6 is the number that it gets up to. So
This is so stupid.
it's such a weird thing with that. Which one was that we did it on?
Warp.
Warp. Okay, right.
Gnaw.
Right, and it still does it by damage, so I still get my my energy anyway.
Yeah, true.
Because you do 20 thanks to the weakness to grass. Didn't think that was going to come up. But
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I just wanted to not lose Quilava.
yeah, understandable. Yeah, sorry, I'm having a hard time because of stuff being loaded by Leo there. So
Mhm.
so yeah, I actually need this out for the Slow King.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry.
And then I suppose we promote it. It's probably the best thing to get here, right? This does confuse and poison when I KO it, but that's probably
Confused
fine.
and poisoned? That's awesome.
It's crazy, yeah.
I thought it was only confused. That's so
Nope.
good.
Nope, it poisons as well, so
Wow.
Deck's nuts, huh? Right, let's put another Slowpoke down. We'll put the Psychic Energy on, use the Slow King to item search. Because I can do that before I get confused by the end of this. So we will do that with an Experience All. Seems like it would make sense here. And then I really wish I had more of this card because I'd like not to have to discard every time. If I'm going to play Mary's Request to draw 3 because I don't have a stage 2 in play. Which, you know, it's kind of nice. But I didn't pull any normally, so there's only the one from the deck which gets picked up here. So that's kind of annoying because I wanted it for Marowak as well, potentially. Like, maybe with the Marowak for the next set I don't have to discard Pokemon every time, so would have been nice, but, you know, not meant to be. I'm going to bounce Frontier with Frontier here. Might as well. Yeah, that stupid bird is like, if you're not playing a thing that has colorless abilities that you need, you might as well just play it, right? Because it's like, oh no, it turns off Cleffer, but it doesn't because it's a basic. So, even if I had Clefable, but that card's not very good anyway, so... anything else I can even do here? Probably not. Yeah, we're just gonna take the knockout with Aftermath, and then... Is it even Aftermath? Yeah. Aftermath is the ability in Gen 4. That is weird. Okay, whatever.
That is weird, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I mean, this would be before that existed, so...
Yeah. There's
this is the
a
first after that.
lot of times that happens in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Master Ball, please.
Here we go. Oh, you got it. Alright, so now you put me to sleep, and then I wake up and I can actually attack. Obviously, that's not happening, but you know. Oh, this is kind of
theory.
amusing, actually.
So what's gonna happen? I'm gonna hit your 40.
You're not gonna kill me, that's what's gonna happen.
No, okay. Oh yeah, Burning Aura is off too. Forgot about that.
Yep, Burning Aura is off and Double Rainbow cuts you down, so you're only actually gonna do 50 here with the poison.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll just rage.
Yep, so I'm up at 60 with the poison tick. Okay.
I don't know how I admined into 6 bricks, but I did.
Yeah. Awkward. Okay, let's Retriever pick up the... I should probably actually shuffle in. Yeah, we'll shuffle in, and I'll use Celio for the supporter instead to get the Slowking.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of more important here. Right, so we can do that. I can actually see it this time, so, you know, it's pretty good. Kind of wish I could, like, move that Experience all now, because it's not in the right place anymore, but, you know, we do what we can. I think I just have to do it anyway. We'll put a Dark down on this thing. I'll pay the 1 to retreat the Slowking. To go in. Thinking how much else we need to do. I'm gonna item search, right? Because I have the thing not confused anymore. Just thinking how much does it matter? What do I actually need to get? How many tools do I have? I had 4 in the discard, right? That's what you said before?
Yeah, I think you had 5 after the EXP.
Right, okay. So if this gets
Yeah, there's
discarded,
6.
it's... Okay, right, so we're fine anyway.
Oh no, sorry. There's only 5. There's only 5.
Right, but this one's going to get discarded and it makes up the max number anyway, so...
Yeah.
Sorry, and I'm just trying to work out what I actually would need to get in that case. Because I didn't think this thing would ever survive any attacks, so I don't have Citrus Berry. You know?
Yeah.
That would have been good, but I honestly never thought this thing would survive, so... Which I think is fair, it's got 70 HP, most things one-shot that, right? So... I guess I don't need Crystal Shard in this matchup, so we might as well pick that up. And then... Yeah, it doesn't really... So, how much do you do? What? If I discard anything, then I kind of get knocked out. But if I don't discard stuff... You still... No, you don't, because you've got a Rainbow Energy on, so... You would do 70 if I don't discard anything.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually kind of good for me. I'm going to do that. I'm going to litter do 30 because I have a Darkness Energy on. I'm not going to discard anything. I'm not sure if that actually matters, to be honest, because that's stupid experience share on this thing, but...
Coughing.
I'm looking at it going, I might as well actually try and do something with that here, because probably makes the most sense to do.
We'll Power Rage Slurping.
Yeah, sure.
And then just got the Rage. Do you want the energy? Or...
Yeah, I'm gonna take the energy. There's like no reason for it to be
right?
Yeah, there's no reason for it to be discarded. It gets the tool off of this thing, which is actually kind of important. And also I might use it for retreating because it is a 1 energy retreat cost, right? So it's useful enough. Right, okay, we will draw. What a weird matchup this is. I had no idea it was going to be like this. Alright, Swoop Teleporter. Finally gonna get to see it. So, once I have control over game stuff here. Hey, Soulfire. There we go. Yeah, someone was getting thinking it. So I know that I have one because I put one back in deck. So I'm just gonna discard that thing now and get the Slowpoke out. And the reason this card is cool is that it lets you keep the fact of that Cleffa was in play, so I could just evolve into Slowking here. So we are going to do that. We're going to use the item search for an actually meaningful Strength Charm this time. That feeling when Power Hand Extension might have actually been a backfire. Because we're going to put Strength Charm on here. Going to... Yeah, I still have enough. We're gonna Retriever, take the Slowpoke and Slowking back into deck here. And the Cleffa because I have to.
Yeah.
It is 3 total, so... I maybe could have ordered this slightly better to avoid that, but Cleffa might actually be useful anyway, so... You never know. Shuffle Draw 6 is a hell of a try in the end for stuff here, right? So there is definitely a shot that it actually becomes useful. We're gonna TV Reporter, because I haven't played Supporter yet. So we'll draw 3. Discard Frontier. I wonder why. Haven't attached energy for turn yet, so 1 goes on the Slowking. And I do have 2 tools, so like Surprise Machine as well actually works, because it's Rocket Secret Machine or tools. So if I discard the Swoop Teleporter as the Secret Machine, Crystal Shard as the tool, Strength Charm adds 10, so Dark adds 10, it's 100 damage total.
Yep.
That is what I said, Silent Judge. Shuffle and Draw 6 is a hell of a drug, indeed. Yeah, the Weezing is pretty good here.
Yeah. It is necessary. Smog's green.
Okay, so 30 basically, because of the thing here.
Yep.
Okay. We'll draw. We'll TV Reporter. And that should be GG, if I'm looking at this right. Yeah, because we discard that, pay that 1 Psychic to retreat. I probably should have searched deck first, but, you know, never punished, am I right? And Aftermath will bench the bench out, take the knockout.
Yep.
Interesting. That was the weirdest game I'd ever seen. I thought I was dead to rights because 2 of my Slowpoke were prized. Right? I was like, how do I keep drawing, keep thinking this badly? It's unbelievable, but I'm glad this worked. It would have worked a lot better if I could have had a 4th Slowking though, right? Even if it was the Aftermath one, but preferably the Dark one, because I'm running this with just 3 Slowking in total, and that is dangerous to say the least. I don't even have the 4th. I don't have access to a 4th Rockets, the Pokemon Retriever, so like I really don't have that much recovery when I'm going to be discarding them as well.
So who won this game?
I won this one, but I had to change decks because it was literally unwinnable with the one that I was playing otherwise. Like, it was the perfect counter, basically. Turns out, playing EXs against Weezing, playing Meganium against Fire, is not going to win you the game. So, that wasn't even really worth getting started with, so... Unfortunately. But, that Slowking did a lot of work, so thank you for the traits on that one. I actually managed to do something with it, so...
I couldn't do anything with it, so...
Yeah,
I
I was...
Look, we figured out that, aside from maybe the Houndoom, just rolling with a bunch of powers and reversals and stuff, the best idea was probably evolutions, because the Flareon Confuse is active, the Umbreon drags things in, and that all works with being able to trap and set up your reliable 2-turn knockouts.
Wait, what is this going for? I think I missed the first half of this.
The Octillery.
Oh, playing the Artillery, right, okay. The Artillery
Yeah, I was
Houndoom
trying to rack
does...
my brain.
Yeah, Artillery Houndoom sounds like it would be pretty annoying, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that,
I need to trade for 100 though. I have 0. Gotta draft.
Tom is handing the short, and I don't think they'll be easy to get off people.
Well, I have 1, and Matt's got 3, and that is it.
Matt's the one who
So...
trades.
Illusions, well, we've got to see what's happening next pull.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then there's I was thinking of running Glalie since a lot of people are using specials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Um,
that's...
And Pep mentioned the 4-corner deck, like that format where you just play off the 4 main decks that people use and find their weakness.
Yeah.
So I can incorporate that. I
that
got
could
options.
that could be interesting as well. Yeah, trying to play the deck to counter type basically. I've done that once, I think, with the back in Hidden Legends when it was I think it was Metachan, Lantern, and Burnett was the thing. Burnett was usually damage counters, but if people played a lot of special energy, then that could also be a thing. Could do damage with that. So I've tried that sort of thing before. It is really good if you can hit the right sort of matchup. You just need to make sure that you actually do like enough as a baseline so that you're not completely screwed if you don't hit for weakness, right?
Yeah, that's my
The
worry.
Glalie
And
kind
there's not a
makes
lot
up
of
for that by taking 40 less from most attackers in this format.
I don't know. There's not a lot of cards that let you search as much as there used to be. So I'm worried about just not having enough Pokemon on the field once in a while.
Yeah.
Or
Search
if you're
is...
failing that, the Paris.
Search is in a weird spot in this one. Yeah, as far as Pokemon goes, we don't have the Dunsparce, so you would be, as Pep is saying, Plusle and Paris would be your 2 Mon searches. But next set we do get Dual Ball back, so we have Dual Ball and Great Ball at that point. They're both in Delta Species, so like item-based basic search is pretty easy to come by. Holon Mentor is really good for searching basics. So...
Four Corners deck can actually run the Lynette's as well.
Yeah, Lynette's Net Search is still in format. That can be very good if you're playing lots of different types. So there would be enough ways of doing it that way.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll head off for now. I'll work on deck building this and next today and tomorrow. I'm not working today.
Sure. Yeah, so draft the Delta Species stuff for next time round. I think there are some rule changes to the way stuff like going first
Yeah.
happens and whatnot. Keep an eye on the
Turns revert to being fourth, first, second, and
Do you
stadiums
mind?
same name.
Do you mind
What
at
is
least
it?
letting me finish my sentence first?
Oh.
Like, come on, dude.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Right, yeah, so keep an eye on the Discord with stuff that way. I'll probably put it in the start of the trade thread and whatnot when I know exactly what we're doing with it. And yeah, good luck for the next one. It's a very big set, to be honest, in terms of everything looks really good. So hope you get you get like something coherent in this one.
I get something.
GG's.
Alright, I'll see y'all later.
See ya. Okay. Do you want to take this game, Matt? Psy, or should I?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'll pick up my deck. Let me pick up one this week.
Right, so whilst those guys are doing that, I will just look over at least a little bit of, at least when my client responds again, I will look over a little bit of the stuff that was played this time round, and
Sorry, I was
we'll
just
go
grabbing
from
it.
there.
Next set to have a quick look over it.
I'll move over.
Stop my for me, please.
yeah, as we were saying,
Yeah, I think my game's crashed.
well, maybe you shouldn't have been loading this.
I deleted Leo's stuff. I thought it would be fine.
To be fair, I actually kind of. Oh, Leo's stuff over here, right? Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't have minded looking at the deck he had this week, but it's all good. I'll make
He
sure
didn't
to.
actually spread that one.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll make sure to play him next week and see how the stuff went. So yeah, you played the Feraligatr stuff this time around, I see, which is pretty
Had
cool.
a good time.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, obviously I didn't play you because I was playing a Meganium one first, and I was like, that is very clearly not. It's the same sort of thing as me trying to play against Matt's deck here. I realized it as we were starting the game. I was like, wait a minute, your whole thing is using like a fire type for your main attacker that I can't one-shot, and also using Wheezing to put my EXs down at 10 HP. It's like, there's absolutely no way I can win that matchup under any circumstance. So that's why I brought the Slowking deck out in the end. It's like, there is no point in playing a game that there's going to be like absolutely zero chance on. So
See, I brought Feraligatr because I thought you were bringing Slowking.
I wanted to bring Slowking, but I wasn't confident in it as the main deck, and I really did kind of just want to see this go. Like, this was actually quite a decent deck when we played it in the last week, right? So I thought, yeah, this is kind of cool. I at least want to see how it works. But as it turns out, yeah, Matt was just on a completely counter level for it this time around. It is what it is. I
wasn't expecting Typhlosion liability though, so that is something different.
Yeah, that was really cool, to be honest. I did not see that coming in the slightest, because I didn't think of it, I'll be honest. I have 2 of the Wheezing. I could have done that, but I just didn't think of it. I was like, yeah, this thing burns itself too much anyway. I kind of just want to make it consistent and just make it that way. But no, screw Pidgeot, right? Just Battle Frontier and put the liability stuff in instead. That's really neat. Very, very cool idea. Yeah, disappointed I didn't come up with it, but there you go. The card is good, though, I think. The Typhlosion is nice. It's just, it can get kind of shut out if everybody is playing, you know, blue
The
cards,
only starter that seems to have been sort of shafted is the original Meganium, not the EX.
Yeah, and I feel like that card probably would have been okay if we had enough of it to play, akin to how you've got the Feraligatr here. I don't think it would have been perfect, but I think it would have been good, because you do like a lot of damage. You can do more damage with Meganium than you can do with this thing, right? The problem is it has a hard time dealing with stuff that has over 100 HP, because then you don't one-shot it, and if you don't one-shot it, then you're healing it with your own power as you go through, and that's a bit of a problem. So yeah, the original Meganium definitely was on the low end with the stuff here, but I liked the way this worked. It's a consistent deck, it's got good damage output with the both EXs here. It just, yeah, it sucks when you go against like fire, or you know, you get solid raged for 140 on the with the fire attack. That's pretty much it. Like, you know, losing to fire is annoying, but then it's the same as any matchup, you know. Losing to lightning would suck for you here, so...
Yeah, I figured I cannot play this as of next week.
Probably not, because there's quite a few lightning archetypes potentially there, so... we'll see.
Poliwrath probably can be next week.
Yeah, Poliwrath is an interesting one, because it is largely fighting on the main bit. It's the weaknesses here that you've got to watch out for.
Yeah.
But I think it could be done now. Yeah, this is another like interesting idea for sure. It's just like it's a bit dependent on the opponent for my liking when it comes to what this actually hits. To the point where like maybe even the Politoed, because it's got a different weakness and stuff, right, might actually end up being playable in here as well, just so you're not entirely reliant on what the opponent does in order to do
The only thing is that thing
stuff.
is a nightmare to charge.
Yeah, that is the problem. And there's not really much to do about that right now with it either, so...
EX syndrome doesn't get the good energy.
Yeah, I understand. Like, there will be... Maybe if you pull Dragonite, you could do that. That'd be cool, right?
Well, let's hope.
Dragonite Politoed. That would, what a pairing, right?
I mean, we could do weird stuff with this. There's a bunch of good cards.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, as these guys are playing out that, I am going to put the marker to end the video stuff here. took the 2-0 loss on this one as the actual games. I feel like I kind of got robbed from Pepper's one, though. There's not much of the stuff I could have done there. I prized 5 energy, so, you know. I prized 5 energy, and my Deoxys was the final prize card, so I couldn't play this down either.
You will be happy to know I peppered Pepper.
You got the Red Candy Pidgeot on turn 0.
Not quite. I got Rare Candy and the Celio.
Oh, I see. Wait, Celio?
So, yes, get Celio's network. He went first.
This Celio. First, it's because he played Walrein. I thought Celio the Pokemon.
No, one of my games had 2 Celios, 2 Rare Candies, a Pidgeot, and then I quick searched out the Feraligatr as well, so I just had Pidgeot, Feraligatr up turn 2. And it's just like, oh.
That's pretty good.
And I was just attaching to the Feraligatr to get it up and running while he was trying to deal with my Jirachi inactive.
Yeah. I am fairly impressed with the decks from this week, though. Like, this Meganium is not going anywhere, right? It's just, it'll have a different shell, but this is definitely something I could play with other bits there. I don't know if I'm going to be keeping the Steelix. It really depends on what Leo has. But if he gets one of the bits I'd be like super interested in, that might be getting passed over. We'll see. But
it'd be interesting to see that Lugia deck at full throttle.
I do want to see it. Whether it's like one way or the other, I think he might be interested in it. It's just a case of he doesn't have the Jirachis, which I mean he might have this one if he didn't take the deck before. I don't know, but who knows? Anyway,
I did try and get him one.
Yeah.
But he said no, and.
Anyway, marker going down on this bit for the stream, so thank you for watching on YouTube stuff. Hopefully, if you ever get this far, hopefully you enjoyed it. I think this was neat. We actually got to see Meganium get played this time, which, is something we have not seen in this before, and are unlikely to see again. Meganium Prime maybe, but the rest of them aren't very good, unfortunately. I think the Delta one might, actually, if I have seen that one in decks before, but we'll have to wait until next year for that one in terms of the TCG history. But yeah, let's see what Delta Species has for us here. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be coherent this time. I want something I can actually play without having to trade my life savings away. Alright.
Hopefully plenty of Gardevoir.
God of War would be interesting. I just want something that way. Like there's lots that I'd play. I'd play the Salamence. I would play the obviously the Dragonite Metagross would be a really good one for either of us to kind of get into.
I could see you running that Marowak.
I could. If I get one of those Marowak, I will probably at least try and build something with that because I have had Marowak Lantern on the back burner here. So maybe I wouldn't keep the Lantern in, but definitely if I get that Marowak, I could try it.